Imagine all the QBs. So here's the scenario. Peep this. So imagine that you have this ex, right? And you have this brief fling with an amazing, memorable moment that you replay over and over and over and over inside your head. You know what I'm saying? Then you break up amicably, sort of amicably. They move to Denver, as all newly single people do. And then you get married, you settle without a prenup to a gold digger, right? And then all of a sudden, your ex is single again, and you have this great idea. It's like, hey, ex, why don't you move in with me and my gold digging significant other and just live under the same roof as us, and we'll get along, and it'll be great. And we don't have to move to Utah either, but it'll be great. That is the exact scenario we're proposing when we say Vikings should resign Case Keenum. I said it. Because why the hell not at this point? So we all know the Case Keenum story. Minnesota Miracle Man, all the offseason stuff. Decided not to go with Case Keenum. Decided not to go with Teddy because he didn't know about the knee. Vikings went all in on Kirk Cousins' 3-year, $84 million guaranteed deal, which we said at the time. We understood why the Vikings did it because the Kirk Cousins option, even though it was a record-setting contract and precedent-setting contract, by the way, it was the safe move at the time because Case, outside of Pat Shurmur, who really reeled in Case's bad tendencies that you saw at times in Houston as well as the Rams, he was gone. He was in New York. So, and also Zimmer never seemed completely sold on Case Keenum because the entire time, throughout the 2017 season, where Zimmer go week to week, even after the Vikings run this amazing win streak, it's like, well, I don't know if Case Keenum's our starting quarterback next week. Well, we all thought it was like, oh, this is Zimmer playing like 4D underwater chess and just playing with the mind of Case Keenum to keep him motivated. It's like, no, Zimmer didn't really didn't know. He really didn't like Case Keenum or his style back then. But and then Teddy didn't know what the knee, all of the is going to get paid. We know that. So Case Keenum went out and signed a 2-year, $36 million deal with the Broncos in 2018. Didn't work out because the 2018 Broncos were garbage, and also John Elway doesn't know what the F he's doing because he's the most overrated general manager in the league. Anyway, and then Case Keenum was traded to Washington, was benched in favor of first-round pick Dwayne Haskins eventually. No big deal. Now his contract is up. He is currently a free agent. And here's the thing. Unless the Vikings are completely dead set on bringing back Sean Mannion, they're going to be in the market for yet another milquetoast veteran backup quarterback because that's what the Vikings do. Screw drafting a QB high or developing a young gunslinger like Kyle Sluter. No, get the guy that if he's forced to start all 16 games because Kirk Cousins gets abducted by aliens, you'll be pile driven into a 5-11 season. That's the Vikings way. That is the Vikings way. Sean Hill. Yes. Oh, Sean Hill. Trevor Siemian. Oh, yes. Sean Mannion, great, cool. So why not spice things up a little bit with Case Keenum? Yeah, as the Vikings will be in the market for another veteran backup quarterback. Why not Case? Just like when they brought him in 2017 on a 1-year, $2 million deal with Ciro goose egg, D'Angelo Russell, guaranteed to back up Sam Bradford. It's Vikings doing the same thing again. It's like, oh, this is a backup quarterback, a veteran guy, whatever. But then I also remember in training camp, it was a really near-run thing between him and recovering from kicking in a glass door, Taylor Heineke. I mean, Case almost lost his backup job to Heineke. It's close. But in Case, of course, came in for Sam Bradford, who got hurt after week 1. Remember that week 1 2017 Saints game, Monday Night Football. It's like, oh, here we go, Super Bowl. Let's go, Sam Bradford. That's the best game that Sam Bradford's ever played in his freaking life, including Oklahoma. But whatever. And then Case came in, and he balled out. He was an anomaly. It was amazing. It was a magic carpet ride, but unfortunately that magic carpet crashed in Philadelphia. Whatever. But right now, we're looking at reality. Case is 32, can still play, can still bring a little bit of knowledge and another set of eyes to the quarterback room, so why not? Also, speaking of Philadelphia, they brought back Nick Foles. Remember, the Eagles drafted Nick Foles, then they let him go, and then they brought him back, then they won a Super Bowl with BDN. Why can't we be BDC? Why not? Because, I'll tell you why the Vikings won't do it. Because they're scared. They are so scared about bringing in any level of competition to Kirk Cousins. And it goes all the way back to the whole Bo Levi Mitchell reports that, hey, no, Bo Levi Mitchell, you're not coming in to compete for the starting quarterback job. You're coming in to back up Kirk Cousins, all that stuff. Okay. Because there's a certain percentage of the fan base who still thinks Case Keenum should be the starting quarterback. I'm not among them, but I can see their case, pardon the pun. Yeah, because their contention was should have extended Case for those 2 years and then drafted a quarterback and everything be hunky-dory. But how would that have worked out? You sign Case Keenum to a 2-year deal, and then the Vikings at number 30 overall in the 2018 draft take Lamar Jackson. How would that have worked? Actually, that would have been pretty good, but whatever. So it's a problem here that as soon as Kirk messes up, like first interception, first Kirk boner, first whatever, they'll be chanting Case Keenum. Case Keenum from the 400 level. Yeah, it's exactly what will happen and exactly why the Vikings won't do it. Even though in a vacuum, on paper, it makes a lot of sense. And here's my response. Here's my rebuttal all that. So what? I mean, who cares? Like, is Kirk Cousins so mentally small that he can't handle a backup quarterback with a little bit of cachet, with a little bit, the cliche that the most popular guy in town is a backup quarterback? Well, this would certainly be the case with Case. And here's the thing. I feel like Kirk Cousins, my entire working theory that we've gone through on a bunch of these videos, that Kirk Cousins knows the value of the backup quarterback, because he was a backup quarterback and then he overtook RG3. So he's very Machiavellian. He's very paranoid about having a decent backup quarterback. That's why he demanded and approved of Trevor Siemian. That's why he approved of Sean Mannion. That's why he was able to force Kyle Sluter out of town, and then Zimmer borderline defamed Sluter on his way out as well. Even though he's going to win the Detroit job after the trade Matthew Stafford, even though everyone says they're not trading Matthew Stafford. Baloney. It's happening. What are we talking? Oh, yeah, Case Keenum. What's wrong with a little bit of competition? I thought this was America, bro. Anyways, your thoughts. Bringing Case Keenum back. I say, why the hell not? And bringing Keenum back. Yeah. Also, subscribe Daily Vikings Takes. You want to support the work, pull us on the Venmo. Plus, give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.